All right, hello, y'all. Good afternoon. Happy Christmas Eve to y'all. So, I wanted to come and give you guys a warning. I know that this is the most happy day of the year for Christmas, you know, but I want to talk to y'all about Christmas this year or Xmas this year. Okay, so it's falling on Saturday, which is tomorrow, and people will be paying for curses and cursing you, doing all kind of crazy stuff, and it's just in a lot of people's spirits. I think um, you don't even have to know these people. You don't have to know them. You don't even have to have done anything. You didn't even have to have did anything to them. And they're gonna be throwing stuff at you. Okay. So just to give you guys a warning, um, for some reason, and I've seen this like a lot. I have seen it a lot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. People just randomly throwing stuff at you, and you don't even have to have done. You don't, like I said, you don't even have to have known them, or you didn't have to have done anything to them. But they'll still do it. Typically, this is because they are possibly unhappy about something, or I'm going to keep it real with you. Most of the time, power corrupts. Okay, most of the time, power corrupts people for some reason. Of course, those people end up learning their lesson, but only if you do something about it. The thing of it is that the reason why people get away with stuff like that is because of protection. Okay, they can do protection to protect themselves, or they try to do protect. What they do is they'll protect themselves from the negative karma of their evil doings. Okay, they'll protect themselves. They can't protect themselves from a reversal. They can't. So this is one of the reasons why people typically do not come at people directly. Like, even if it's a witch, she may not come at you directly. She may go to somebody else. I'm not sure what is happening in the witchy community when it comes to that. I'm not really sure what the obsession is with doing harm to people. I think that at the end of the day, witches are human, and I think that they make normal human mistakes just like anybody else does. Okay. And I think it's ridiculous, but it happens. And the only thing that you can do is protect yourself. Now, I can tell you that a lot of you guys are going to need cleanses and road openers, or either just hex removals. It depends on who is the person that did the work on you. And the good news about it is that you can do something about it. Okay, unhexing, uncrossing is one of my specialties. In fact, my cleanses are some of the best out there. They have cleared people of curses before, that depending on how long you have been dealing with that suppressive or oppressive energy depends on, how strong of a um, ritual you're going to need. So obviously the curse reversals are the best thing because it actually includes a cleanse, but the cleanses are absolutely amazing, in case that's the only thing that you have the affordability for. Okay, if now, and it's so weird. It just seems like it seems like they keep up a schedule. It's very cyclic the way that they are. And so Christmas is going to fall on Saturday, and there's going to be a lot of unhappy people. And, unhappy for whatever reason. Probably because they're experiencing some very negative karma. More than likely, the reason why they're experiencing that karma is because of the actions that they have taken against others, but yet what they will do is they will take this out on others. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. Um, People just doing stuff very, very, very off the just off. I personally feel that it's demonic possession, and then blaming other people for their problems. So, oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. No. Don't want to see that person. Okay. Hey, Z. Yeah, Z. I, that's true. That's true. But let's talk about reality, though. This is, I personally feel, because especially with what I sensed that was on you, Z Bell, like you could use a hex remover, hon, because remember all that stuff that had happened. Haters are not, if okay, let's put it like this: witchcraft is totally different than that. That's more of uh a thing that people say. Yeah, haters are gonna motivate you sometimes. Haters, they may get you a little bit of clout, but I'm talking about something totally different. This is not just a hater. These are curses that I'm talking about. So somebody just hating on you doesn't compare to a curse. A curse is a curse. A hater is a hater, but a curse is a curse. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that it's a totally different thing. It's a totally different thing. Somebody that's cursing on that puts a curse on you is not hating on you per se. What that person is doing is they are more than likely, if you have a practitioner or either a friend of yours that goes to a practitioner to curse you, more than likely it is because they are under some kind of spiritual possession, and that is making them make wrong decisions, more than likely. Okay. Yeah. So that's a totally different thing. And curses are actually very real. And a lot of you guys do need to watch out Saturday. Okay. In fact, the reason why I'm open on Christmas is because that's one of my busiest days of the year. People are doing the most. This is why people join my circles, because they do it for protection. Um, but I think that if you have a problem, it's not necessarily that you are unlucky. It's not that, oh God, the world is bad. We need to have Armageddon. It's the end of the world. Oh God. No, it's just that you need to go to work. You need to do work. That's all. So it's not like you have to lose, sleep over it. You don't have to lose sleep over it. You just handle it and take care of it. So Saturday is going to be an extremely dark day. People are definitely not in the spirit, even though what doesn't make any sense to me is that, yes, there is a lot going on in the world, but why didn't you just appreciate what you have? Like, usually these are people that are very blessed, even though, you may not have, and I don't know, like, I know that for me, I'm extremely grateful. I've got, I woke up with air in my lungs, my children are safe and alive and healthy. I'm in good spirits. What more could I ask for? But a lot of people don't see it like that. There are a lot of people that, they can even be earning a decent income. They can even be earning six figures. They can be earning seven figures. They're just not happy. And misery loves company. You guys have seen what I've went through, especially the past year, but I mean, I'm still always very cheerful and I recover very easily. A lot of people would not be able to handle that. They would, make silly decisions by throwing stuff at people that they shouldn't be. And it is the truth, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, as long as I'm able to do for my family, but there are some people that they become demonically possessed. Hey, Trinity. And I believe that it's demonic possession that causes them to, and like I said, nobody even has to say anything to them. Nobody has to say anything to them. They just become very evil. It's not like, it's very different from just having an argument with somebody. It's very different than having a disagreement with somebody. This is a person that is miserable, has a lot of issues, and they have knowledge of witchcraft, or either they know somebody that does and they'll go to that person. I mean, it can be as simple as your eye color, your looks, your boobs. If a woman sees you and your boobs, and she feels like your boobs look good, she'll say, "Oh, I hate that bitch. I need her to be cursed because I have small boobs," or if you have a big booty, or if it's anything special about you, people want to curse it. People will curse you on your wedding day if you're getting married. "Oh, I'm upset." If somebody loves you, if somebody cares about you, they will curse you. When you have a baby, they'll curse you. When you find out that you're pregnant, they'll curse you just because something good is happening for you. They don't, and it just, because a lot of people will ask me, they'll say, "Jamila, what's going on with my life? Why am I having such a hard time? Why can't I get anywhere?" And I'll say, "Somebody crossed you." And they'll say, "Well, who and why?" There doesn't have to be a reason. You can just be out in public with your man and somebody will throw you the evil eye because people don't know how to move on. They may still be sad about something that they dealt with 10 years ago. And it just, I don't, and, I've warned people about this. I'm not going to go live with it, but I'm just going to do an all signs reading, because what they're going to do, and they're going to work on it. I'm not joking with you. Like, for me, I'm not stupid. I know that people have to come to me to get spell work and rituals. So I'm not going to just randomly curse people, and then it's bad karmically. I'm not going to curse my clients. That's stupid. That, y'all are all potential clients, right? Um, and but there are some people that they have given up on life. They have went into some kind of very dark place that they can't see themselves out. And if they have, hey, Kelly, if they have knowledge of witchcraft, they'll try to curse the whole world. They want the whole world to be cursed. It's just because they're upset, just because they may be suicidal, they may be depressed. Okay, and they're going to work on it. And a lot of you guys are going to start seeing this manifest shortly after, or either on Christmas Day. And here's what I can sense happening. That's why I said to get into my circle. There's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of killings on Christmas. Like, it's going to be a bloody Christmas. I'm going to be at home. I'm gonna be at home and I'm gonna be vigilant. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure that I'm vigilant. But for a lot of people that are gonna be like maybe out and about, I can already see it. I don't even have to watch the news. The same thing for Halloween. There was a lot of people that were killed on Halloween. Um, it don't even have anything to do with ritual human sacrifice. It doesn't. People are just doing stupid shit, including witches, including these spiritualists that, they, for some reason, um, they turn very sinister. And you know what my theory is? I'm going to tell you what my theory is. My theory is not enough cleansing. That's my theory on it. My cleanses are Bombay. They are some of the most witchy, magical, scientific. I even improved my cleanses, and I'll be using a specific incantation in Latin for each cleanse that I do. It's the cleanses. They're consulting with people that have problems, right? So the one thing that you'll hear somebody say that hasn't had a cleanse is they'll say, oh, you got to be careful of your client's energy connecting to you or attaching to you. Oh, you got to be careful with that. Why? You're supposed to be the witch. You're supposed to know how to work those things off of you. Then when I've talked to people, when I've consulted with people, and they'll be telling me about all of these problems that they're consistently having. Because I just did a cleanse on myself yesterday. I did a family cleanse for my whole family yesterday. Okay. What they will do though is they will, when you consult with somebody, these spirits will travel. Stuff will rub off on on them, and they don't cleanse themselves good enough. I've noticed that I've spoken to people and I'll say, have you cleansed? And they'll say, well, yeah, I took a bath, or I drank some coconut milk, or they'll say something like that. And it's like, well, that's not a sufficient cleanse. You have to cleanse with fire. And they'll say, well, what is a cleanse exactly? And I'm like, well, a cleanse is exactly what it is. It clears out negativity. Sorry, guys. In fact, my throat chakra is clearing. It cleanses entities, demons, because it's an exorcism, basically. It's an exorcism. So people will get stuff that rubs off on them. And this is what happens to a lot of the readers on here. They don't cleanse enough. I cleanse myself once a week. And last week I kind of skipped a week, but I keep a cleansing candle on deck. Because it's necessary for me as a spiritual, as somebody that does this, professionally. I have to cleanse myself once a week. You don't necessarily have to cleanse yourself once a week. You don't have to do it once a week, but I would suggest somebody out here doing readings. Anybody on YouTube needs to cleanse themselves once a week. You wonder why you have aches and pains and, feeling uncomfortable, feeling detached, feeling headachy, waking up with headaches, things of that nature. It is because, especially any kind of social media, but it's specifically when you're doing what I'm doing. Doctors, nurses, people that work with the public, people that are touching hands with people. And it's not necessarily that demons or entities are, coming out of hell. It's not that. It's just that old stuff and spirit attachments and demons of people's past are unearthing themselves, and people are releasing stuff. Almost like the whole science behind a person that gets a jab of some sort. What they will do is they will actually become toxic to other people because it'll shed though that particular virus will shed. That's not the best analogy, because when I say spiritual shedding, let's call it spiritual shedding. Okay. And you have some kind of entity that is being unearthed out of a person's root chakra, or out of a person's sacral chakra, or their solar plexus, or their throat. Then what will happen is it will want to find somewhere else to be. This is basically how viruses work. Basically, they want a host, and they may either get tired of a person, or a person may have ate something that may have drove it out, and then it just goes and it attaches to somebody else. Now, for me, when I do any kind of cleanse or either hex remover, I don't like to send it back to a person. I'd rather just banish it to hell. I'd rather banish it somewhere where it can't access anybody anymore. That's personally my thing. It depends on what the situation is. In a lot of cases, you do want to send stuff back to people, because a lot of the times these, some energies are good. I will tell you that sometimes it's good for a person to wake up and to realize what they have been doing, the harm that they have been causing to someone else. Okay. Or if there's a current spiritual battle over something, then I'll send it back to them. But otherwise, if it's something that's old that just needs to be buried, then I will banish it so that it could just be done with. Okay, instead of, because basically I believe that what disembodied spirits, demons do is they play on human emotion, and my cleanses are absolutely, they're amazing, because a lot of y'all are under the illusion of your enemies. And even though you may say to yourself, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to be under the illusion of my enemies. But then it still comes up. And then you have that fear. And then you have that energy that's there. So, there's a specific process. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of people are thinking to themselves right now, because I've been warning people about this. Some people became witches because they wanted to get revenge. They wanted to settle some kind of score. That's not what our purpose actually is. Okay? That's not, witches are not just here to curse people. Now, for example, that somebody had been trying to put something on me, I have every right to send it back to them. So, I was dealing with somebody that was attacking me, attacking my business. So, of course, I have the right to send that back, because that person is actively attacking me. But otherwise, old stuff that needs to just be let go of, but it's very difficult. So then that's when you have to have proper spiritual protection. Okay. And then a lot of people, the spirit, I'm going to be honest with you, the spiritual war was over years ago. But there's a lot of people that are obsessed with it. So they stay in war mode. And those people are a serious problem as well, because it's like, really, to be honest with you, if you've been doing the right thing, most of us have been led to what they call the promised land, or I guess over the rainbow. I don't know what you want to call it, but so I mean, I'm pretty sure that by New Year's Eve, a lot of people are gonna wish that they listened to me. So I'm just getting ready for the influx of people. And it's better to not be cheap and just get the help that you need. It is. It's better to just do that instead of just, because eventually it will manifest. It will eventually. And like I said, I have, I'm not even going to speak on that, but I got people that throw stuff at me all the time. I just send it back. Um, because it's very dangerous. And you know what I've been noticing? I have been noticing that one of my enemies is obsessed with burning my house down. I don't understand it, because even my tea lights, they'll just flare up. It's been happening because I actually smudged the house. But it definitely happens. It does. And it is sometimes important to know who did it, but not all the time, because I'm gonna be honest with you, that's one of the biggest issues that we're seeing, is that there are so many demonically possessed people. It's almost like we're dealing with the walking dead. Why would somebody wish bad upon you? Why would somebody wish bad on your family? And wish those things on you. It's one of those things. I'm the only thing I can say to you is that you don't want to start losing your houses, your cars, your life and stuff like that. And this too shall pass, because I have seen curses cause people to commit suicide. I've seen curses cause people to hurt other people physically. You know what I'm saying? And you're always blessed when you don't choose violence. If you're choosing violence, like if you actually drive to somebody's house and start beating on them, because of something that they said, then evidently you definitely have a curse on you, because those things are going to lead to you either being shot or killed. You show up at somebody's house and we got stand your ground laws. They can shoot you down in front on their front porch. And so, that just, it's a bad sign. Anytime you can remain calm, but when it goes that far, you know what I'm saying, that means that it's right, something on you. And then there's just some people, they just like to, they just like to do things, but I think that the reason why a lot of witches are randomly hexing or throwing stuff at people, is because I think that a lot of them have lost their way. They lost. For real. The people that you consider to be your enemies, they're just lost or either demonically possessed. And what else can you do? But you can throw the hex back and pray for them. I always do that. Help this person, figure out their way. You know what I'm saying? Because really, that's one of the reasons why I believe that the Bible says to be forgiving of some stuff. I don't think that you just should be like, oh, I forgive you, I love you. Yeah. But I think that is what's going on, is that people are actually demonically possessed. And I think that some people, everybody's not going to be strong when it comes to demons and entities. And so, and it kind of makes all witches look bad. But, I can tell you that whenever somebody is threatening me, because I got a couple of people throwing some shit at me right now. You know what I'm saying? And they got to learn a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, there was nobody there for them to tell them, hey, don't do that. Hey, what are you doing? Why would you do that? There's a lot of people that don't really have people looking out for them, saying, I don't think that's a good idea. And then also there's the problem with people not actually having a strong enough belief system, because if you have like a guardian angel or something to warn you to not do stuff, you know what I'm saying? I've never felt compelled to just randomly pick somebody and say, I want to curse this person just because I think that, she's prettier than me. That I that ain't that that's something I was blessed with discernment, you know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of people that will, and they'll be angry at you, they'll because they feel, you know, inadequate in some kind of way, so um and then if they have the that knowledge of the craft, or some people can just do stuff with their mind. Yeah, I've noticed that. But see, I think that that's only on YouTube. Here's my theory. A lot of them came to YouTube and got seduced by a demon, is what I think happened, because it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I've seen spiritualists on here that I respected. Like, they inspired me. Like, I love these witches. And they just started throwing shit at me. Just, you know what I'm saying? And there would be no way in hell that I would take money to just start throwing stuff at people unless they were coming at me in some kind of way and I knew they were. But yeah, just very well respected people just all of a sudden just became very possessed. And, you like, I mean, I feel like, I don't, I protect myself from people's spoken curses, and energetically people can curse you. People can use glamour. People, that's one of the things that they can do. But for me, and this is, I'm being dead ass serious and God's honest. I don't have time because I'm always so busy. I don't have time to just be randomly cursing nobody. And then also, I don't feel some type of way about another witch, because I know that the universe is very abundant. And literally spirit has, done a lot, because they want us witches to help people. But when it gets to the point where you're not helping people, yeah, I know, but it'll all be okay. I just think that people need to understand what's going on in people's minds these days. They do. That's just like me. With what happened with my channel, which in my opinion, it was spiritual. It was for a reason. You know what I'm saying? That it happened. And it wasn't to punish me or anything, because I swear to you, I can get 20 views and get 5 clients with that 20 views. I mean, that that honestly, views does not matter. Okay, there are a lot of practitioners on here that are doing very well, and they get barely 100 views. You know, they do. So it's not about views, but a lot of people get lost in that, and they assume that that's what it's about. But am I going to get mad and not appreciate the people that are watching me? Like, I'm going to get mad and say, oh, well, I'm mad about that, so I'm just going to say fuck the whole thing. So it just, I don't know. Like, it's weird. It is. It's weird the way, but um it's specifically, and then there's a war among the witches. Nobody understands why though. Spirit is like, why though? Like, you're doing yourself a disservice, but people have to go through it. People have to learn their lessons. You know what I'm saying? I know I was forced. I'm not trying to bring up old stuff. I was forced into a spiritual war with people because they were threatening my kids, and then they'd be like, "Well, I don't understand why you're upset." Because you're threatening my babies. And so that's how you can kind of tell that, somebody's in the twilight zone. Mhm. Thank you. I put that on private just because I was crying, and it was frustration. It was tears of frustration, and I had let it out, and I went ahead and did a cleanse on myself too because it yeah. But thank you for crying with me. I appreciate that. Yeah. But there's a solution for that always. I don't feel that people are currently doing me wrong. Like, I feel that there are people that are coming at me that can't let go of their beef with me that came out of nowhere. Like, typically, if somebody has a beef with you that comes out of nowhere, that's got to be something demonic. Because when I think back, I guess I could have just been quiet. I may have been under possession too. Anytime you feel like you need to defend yourself or whatever, my grandmother used to tell me, try not to be so defensive. She used to tell me that all the time. And I didn't quite understand what she meant, and I don't regret going back and forth because, I was being accused of some pretty atrocious things. But, I'm very forgiving for a lot, something that somebody has done to me or a mistake that they made. I know it was a mistake. So I don't feel that the people in my life are doing me wrong now, but I do feel that there are certain people that are keeping up their vendettas against me. And what else can I do but defend myself? I got people that need my help. I got people that I need to help. You know, that's why I'm in this business. If I were to get into anything for money, it'd have been real estate. I've actually been a licensed realtor previously. So, I so it's not necessarily about the money, but for me, what it's turned into is to where I do want to see witchcraft become integrated with our world so that our practices can help people. So my ultimate goal is to open up that spa that I want to do. But yeah, I appreciate your support and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to warn you guys. Tomorrow is Saturday. That there are some people that they're single. There's some people that are married. I'm not going to talk about my relationship status, but I can tell you this: no matter if I'm single or married, I'm going to be happy and appreciative, and watching movies and eating dinner. You know what I'm saying? But there are some people that they will take that out on you. You know what I'm saying? So just be aware of tomorrow. And you guys can get in my Yule Circle because this is going to be really, my Yule Circle is only $50. It does not replace, it's not going to replace you getting a full hex removal ritual. A lot of y'all have been avoiding it, but you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna replace a cleanse, but it will at least protect you from enemies. So definitely, if you haven't gotten into Circle, Kelly, are you still here? So you know what? I noticed that a lot of y'all are trying to contact me on my old Facebook too, and y'all probably think I'm ignoring you. I don't have that Facebook anymore. I can't even log in. I wonder if that was Kelly that was trying to. There's about 20 messages on my old messenger. I'm not on that messenger anymore. I can't even log into it. So if you don't watch my YouTube channel or follow me in by other means, that you can't reach me by that. But if you have not gotten into my circle, do it today, because tomorrow they are going to be, people that have something against you. They're going to take They're gonna, they're gonna be making Christmas wishes. You know what I'm saying? And evil wishes are a part of that. That's why so many people fear this holiday because of that. And so the circle is already tight. The circle is already protected from people's ill wishes. Okay. But if you haven't done it, then, and guys, oh my God, I've just been, I'm gonna, I gotta go here soon because I gotta follow up with a client. But um, it just, people are doing things that just don't make any sense, and they're not being wise right now because it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, the stuff that people are doing. So um, you just, you can join my circle for protection. That's mainly what it's for. And especially on Christmas. Now, I noticed that on the 21st, oh my goddess, whoa. Like, I was specifically being targeted by several covens on the, it's like, well, what the hell? Why y'all targeting me? I'm one little old person. Y'all know I'm only 5'4". I am 5 feet and 4 inches tall. But we're gonna be doing the invocation. So I'll be working on Christmas. Even though I'll be, doing the family thing, but I'll still be working. I just, I'm gonna pop into YouTube probably for a few minutes, but I'll be working. So, but you guys can get in the circle. It's only $50. You can either visit my website or you can cash at me. Yeah. So, and basically what they're going to be doing is they're going to be, I mean, random people, especially if you in social media. For some reason, social media is like, they look at it as like a feeding ground or something. Y'all know that? I feel like that movie Get Out was symbolic of social media, because you know how they had the woman, she was looking through social media to find her next victim. They're just taking your pictures and randomly cursing you. Like, I don't do that. I swear to God, I don't do that ever. Ever. Yes, ma'am. That's why I be telling people, get your ass out of, if you're going to be in social media, you need to protect yourself, because people are randomly finding your pictures. Hold on. They're not necessarily, and this is people of, it don't matter what racial or economic background they come from. They just look through social media, and they're demonic, and they'll curse you. That's why a lot of people stay the hell off of social media, because they're aware of it. But I don't think you have to necessarily stay off of social media. I think that really what you just have to do is you just have to protect yourself. I definitely cannot stay off of social media, and I won't. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just what that is. But otherwise, I don't know. I think that if you just put that layer of protection over yourself, then you won't have to worry about it. Now, some of y'all, a lot of y'all, basically, a lot of y'all are still going to need to cleanse or either do hex removers. You are, because they're getting ready to renew them contracts at the first of the year. To be honest with y'all, they're going to be renewing contracts at the first of the year. They do it every year. So, like on January the 1st, I will be doing a generational unhexer, because a lot of people think that I'm not going to get into that, but a lot of people are just very lost and confused. Okay. So, but it'll help it so it don't hit you as hard. You're still going to have to cleanse yourself or uncross yourself eventually, but it won't hit you as hard, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't want to leave either. I think that people want me to leave. I think that there's a couple of people that are trying to banish me off of YouTube. I don't know why. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never done anything to these people except for threw their energy back at them. The energy they were sending to me. Because I'm not gonna let somebody hurt my children. It makes no sense. I'm not gonna let their demons hurt my children. I ain't threatening nobody. I ain't threatening to hurt nobody's family. I don't go after people's kids. I don't do stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying? They was, I got some strange phone calls this morning. But I was coming at somebody yesterday at the witching hour. My spirits was dealing with somebody that was trying to do some kind of, uh, KKK magic on me or something. It's pretty disgusting. But at the same token, it's not us against them. It's not black against white. It's not. Okay, so everybody is welcome in my circle. And that's why I can't stand the fact that they bought that racial tension, because it brings on a sense of distrust. But I'm extremely ethical. I would never ever do that. And that's why I was saying to some people that went all crazy and rogue on me. I said, why would I do something to hurt myself? I'm not a self-destructive person. You think that I would take you on as a client and do something to do harm to you? I'm not going to do nothing like that. You're ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do stuff purposely, not as a client, as a friend. Why would I go and purposely do harm to the friends that I have introduced to social media so you can come back and talk shit? Why would I do that purposely? Think about it. I bought you out in social media and admitted to knowing you and being cool with you. But then I'm gonna go and do something to you just so that you can come and lie on me and give me problems and we fighting in social media. Why would I do that to myself? I don't even believe in that. Look, a lot of these people think that fake beefs and having beefs is what brings them, not witches. That's not gonna bring me clients as a witch. That's gonna bring me obstacles. So why would I do that? And you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That don't even make no sense. But see, that's what people will rationalize in their minds because they think that you think the way that they think. No, I like having my peace. I like having my tranquility. So nah, I ain't gonna do that. Sun Gazer Nova said, how do you keep people, entities out of your dreams? You have to cleanse, or either it depends on why that person is showing up in your dreams. If you ever see Jamila in your dreams, that means a blessing is coming. Okay, that's what that means. You see Jamila in your dream, that means that some blessings is coming to you. But it depends. Throw your cards. If I'm gonna tell you, paranoia is messing up a lot of people, and that's one of the things that with the cleanses, you're going to get protection from that. So you probably need a cleanse. No, they not. Probably because they think really negatively, Plumper, about witchcraft, and they actually hate themselves for it. I personally have a very good relationship with witchcraft. You know, it's a very positive thing if you make it positive. The only time I've ever had to do black magic is when somebody's doing it to me. And your reversals are black magic because most of you don't have to sacrifice yourselves. Like, you don't have to be nobody else's sacrifice. That's bull crap. So yeah, you're doing black magic because you're not willing to sacrifice yourself for somebody else. And a lot of times it's just senseless sacrificing. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I tried to keep myself out of a lot of beefs and stuff, but I had some things that I had to fight for that are definitely worth it. I'm gonna fight for mine, period, and that's just, it is what it is. Because I ain't willing to sacrifice none of my children or nobody that I love. I don't think so. So, and y'all shouldn't either. If somebody that you know or love is doing something to you, you'll want to ward off their bad energy. But a lot of people, they go straight to, I want that person to die. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but that's what your exes will do, that they begin. It's like, well, I don't want you to die. I'd like for us to try to work this out, and and but and so I do a lot of work on people that I don't even get paid for it. I don't have to be paid for it because I know that I'm going to be rewarded for doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and a lot of people say, well, why do we have to pay for it? Hello? A lot of people will ask, well, why do we have to pay for it? Because your money is the sacrifice. It is. It's and a lot of times that's one of the reasons why we do the Sabbath rituals. That's the reason why I do it. It is to venerate the ancestors. So, I mean, it's common sense, Plumper. If you're doing stuff like that, and you're being very tricked, you're being a trickster type of person, you know, what is that going to bring to you? It's not going to bring you anything good. For me, other people may have another path, but for me, I really don't like negativity. But I am sort of, because I got a Gemini mind. My Mercury and my Mars is in Gemini. So you know what that means? That means that I am a very, very sweet, kind-hearted person. But on the flip side, if you cross me, I'm gonna handle you. Like, I'm not just gonna let somebody cross me like that. So, and people get it confused because they think that if you're a sweet person, that you just have to sacrifice yourself for people, and you just have to let people walk on you and step on you. But that's not that. I think that that's a demon telling you that, like, these people are just supposed to be, it's like, well, why would I do that? I like living my life. I like having a life. I like life. I'm not going to just, let somebody do harm to me. I mean, so yeah, so it's not, no. And here's the whole thing. There's People learned about witchcraft through the Wizard of Oz. Please stop listening to that. And then also notice that Glinda the Good Witch, she had a dark side to her. You know why? She actually, Glinda the Good Witch was actually quite ruthless. Because why'd she steal the evil witch's sister's slippers? Like, she just took the evil witch's slippers and gave them to Dorothy. Like, like, why you steal that lady's, you know? But I mean, I guess it's because, so she was a good witch, and she was protecting the land of Oz, but she had to have an evil streak to her. You know what I'm saying? So, so she was actually real gangster, but in a sweet way. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people learned that, and it's either you got to be either or. No, you have to be both. You have to, but you can't let that evil take over. Like, you ain't supposed to one day you this and one day you that. So I'm already setting my intent for 2022. Those numbers are speaking to me. I do not want to be in 2022 is going to be a very powerful year for a lot of people. It is. It's going to be extremely powerful, but there are some people that are not going to see that or experience that, because there's going to be a lot of people that refuse to. I mean, they just refuse it. Yeah, I'd rather die than to live in this world of witchcraft. And okay, they rather die than say that you were right. Now, I don't care if you was right. I'll just die. Okay. So a lot of people, their demise will be not wanting to admit that you were right. They just want to argue with you because it's you. And they should have listened. Because I'll be telling y'all be trying to get y'all family members to come to me, and they be like, I'm not messing around with that stuff. Y'all be calling me about y'all family members because y'all love y'all family. And you some of y'all, I've actually had people though that their family members did agree to come to me to get cleanses and get work done, and they didn't regret it. You know what I'm saying? They were very happy that they did. But but a lot of y'all will be worried about your family members, and they don't want to listen to you. Some of y'all will come and get work on them anyway, which that's okay too. Okay, because a person doesn't necessarily have to know that you're doing work on them, you know. So, anywho, that's about it. But yeah, what I will tell you is to just join the circle if you want that extra layer of protection. Because what it does is, that's why I keep protection up, and people, so that people can't. I know people are going to throw shit at me. I'm on YouTube, but it'll keep it from hitting me that hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it'll buy you some time, basically, is what it'll do. It'll buy you some time. So, and especially being Saturn day, this is linked to the planet Saturn, which is the god Chronos, which is the god of time. And it's a lot of people would say that time is an illusion, but I think that is a time in a different sense. But yeah, so yeah, I kind of wish that, I don't know. They doing stuff every day of the week though, except for Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And even on Sunday, you know what I'm saying? They just like that. I'm bad to the bone, and I'm just gonna go out there and I'm gonna hurt the innocent people that ain't never said nothing to me, people that are just living their lives. How dare they be happy? How dare you? And they're very unhappy. So that's the main reason why people would just pick and choose you. And they'll even be smiling up in your damn face sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I've had it happen to me. And it's shocking. It's like, but why though? You know what I'm saying? And just people just do ignorant stuff. So, but anyway, y'all can either Cash App me, Zelle me, or either visit my website to get in the circle. And And then, like I said, I'm charging emergency reading prices for Christmas. Okay. So if you guys want to get on my schedule for Christmas, you guys can go to the website. I've got my Christmas pricing up um, on there. It's not that much expensive, you know what I'm saying? But it's just my holiday pricing. Okay. All right, y'all. I will see y'all later. Have a wonderful what do you call that? Christmas Eve. And I will see y'all later. Okay. Peace.